Okie dokie. Finally, I found the mecca of my favorite products. I thought someone just walked in my room. No, that is not what I wanted to say. Hi guys, so today I am talking to you all about gluten and wheat and why I decided to go gluten and wheat free. It is a major part of my diet and I've had a lot of questions about my diet and why I eat gluten and wheat free and what's the difference between gluten and wheat and why is it important and why I think people should at least give it a try. Gluten is the protein around the wheat and a lot of grains, and basically what it does is it makes things kind of gooey and chewy, like that's why your bread gets doughy, is from the gluten. So what that can do is upset your stomach and your digestive system, and when you strip the wheat of the gluten and you have gluten-free foods, you still have wheat products just without the gluten. So besides the digestion and inflammation, a lot of people decide to go gluten-free for some other reasons, such as like neurological issues. People with ADD, ADHD will actually cut out gluten because gluten contains cytokines, and cytokines are very similar to having the same effects as opium, and opium is highly addictive. So when you eat things with gluten, your body wants to eat more of them. And usually things with gluten can be processed, refined foods, and you don't want that in your body because they will make you gain weight, they will spike your insulin, therefore you will, have some extra weight on you that you might not want. Another reason people cut out gluten is for thyroid function. If you have thyroid diseases or thyroid problems, people who cut out gluten see a drastic difference in their thyroid symptoms, so it's something to think about if you have hypo or hyperthyroidism. To go along with the neurological reasons to cut out gluten, cytokines are also directly linked to causing Alzheimer's or dementia and Parkinson's disease. So if you would like to avoid these things, cut out gluten. So another reason to cut out gluten is that it drains your energy levels. When your body is eating food like gluten, when you can't absorb those minerals and nutrients, your body is going to go through a malnutrition stage. And when your body is malnutritioned, you have no energy. You feel fatigued and tired and you don't want to go anywhere, do anything, you feel sick. So cut out gluten and you will have increased energy levels. Why I chose to go wheat-free. Now, you can still have gluten-free products that contain wheat in them, or whole wheat, or something I'll say, this contains 8 grams of whole grains, and then the first thing will be enriched wheat flour, or something like that. To kind of sum up what wheat is today, it's not the same wheat that we grew up with, 100 years ago. This wheat is called a dwarf plant and it is produced in mass amounts, so they have genetically modified the wheat plant and they've taken all of its nutrients and basically kind of like just gotten rid of them, and now our wheat is a very, very high GI wheat and it spikes your insulin levels, makes your blood sugar go up, which is going to cause that extra belly fat. So that's why when you see people who cut out wheat, it's like weight loss like that, because they're not getting all of that spiked insulin, their blood sugar is not going up, and their body is not storing all of that unused carb in their body. And also another reason that people lose weight when they cut this out is because their bodies are no longer craving that refined carbohydrate. So you're not going to be going for the cookies and the cake and the bread and all of that jazz. You're also reducing your risks for heart disease and diabetes and a lot of other chronic problems that our world is faced with today. One thing people will say when they cut out wheat is that their skin clears up and they don't feel as lethargic. Another big one is people who have arthritis or fibromyalgia. When they cut out wheat, they see drastic results and improvements in those diseases. Patients with dementia who cut out wheat had a drastic result in their memory abilities, their coping mechanism was just a lot better, and they were able to focus more, which I think is pretty amazing. And why do health experts recommend you use whole wheat instead of white flour? Well, it's just white flour versus whole wheat flour is the whole wheat flour maybe has a little bit more fiber, okay, but but it's not really worth the spike in the insulin. You can get fiber from plenty of other sources. Doesn't need to be wheat, and you know, it's just a less bad option than the bleached flour. It doesn't really make it a healthy option. Fun fact about wheat and whole wheat is that it can actually spike your blood sugar more than a candy bar. So the next time you think about your trip to the grocery store and you want to buy all of those whole wheat cereals and whole wheat pastas and crackers, try going for a gluten-free cracker or bread that's made from things like flax or millet or quinoa, amaranth, and we're going to talk more about my favorite gluten-free products right now. So finally, I found products that I love and taste really good, and it's probably going to be really hard not to eat these right now, but I'm just going to start showing you some of my favorite gluten-free things. And if you watched my fall fitness favorites, you will also see some items that are gluten-free that I mentioned in that video that are not in this video just because I didn't want to overlap anything. So you can check that out here, and you can see some other healthy breakfast gluten-free ideas that I have. Kind has recently come out with granola bags, and I'm a big fan of Kind bars. I'm going to talk about those in a second too. Most granolas I have found have been at least 8 grams or more of sugar in a third of a cup. So this one for a third of a cup is only 5 grams of sugar and 3 grams of fat. The Kind granolas are awesome. They don't have refined sugars in them. They're low sodium, no GMO. They do have a little bit of soy protein, so if you're kind of conscious about your soy intake, you can check that out, but everything in here is natural, so it's kind for your body. They come in lots of cool flavors. I actually have like 7 of them in my pantry right now. This one's the maple quinoa clusters with chia seeds. They have a chocolate cherry, a peanut butter, coconut, cinnamon, original, a blueberry vanilla, which is really good. And they actually came out with Kind bar granola bars recently too. Ultimate best granola ever, and it is the Purely Elizabeth brand. So this granola is so good. I don't really know how to describe the flavor and texture when you put it together. I might just have to try it just to like explain it. I'm just sure it's my favorite. It's like eating a oatmeal cookie, whereas these are very crunchy, robust. These are very like dry, and these just taste like it's like a chewy, moist. Ugh, I don't know. It's delicious. This is the only flavor I've ever tried, but I love this one. It's like $8 a bag though. Hurts my wallet. I suggest you try out these 2 items here. This is the Mary's Gone crackers. They're organic, wheat-free, and gluten-free. This is the onion flavor. These things are awesome. They're just little tiny crackers. Actually, they're pretty nice sized crackers. They are high in fiber. They're low in sodium, which is great. They're just a very balanced snack, which is awesome. Perfect to have with hummus, peanut butter, almond butter. Put a little like slice of vegan cheese on there. You're good to go. This is the pain de fleurs, the bread of the flowers. It's 100% organic quinoa crisps, and so it's gluten-free, low in fat, cholesterol-free, and low sodium. And it has protein in it, which is cool. And in 4 crisps, there's only 60 calories. Whoa. Light and airy. But I'm always looking for new gluten-free foods and things to try. I'm going to be doing a huge project with protein powders coming up soon to show you guys the best protein powders to get for different dietary like needs, and also for whatever your health habits are and your fitness and activity levels are. It's going to be this huge protein just video. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be very informative, and I'm excited about it. So that was my intro to gluten-free and wheat-free living. If you guys have questions, let me know. I would be happy to answer them. I get questions all the time about, you know, like different recipes and stuff, and if you go onto my Instagram, which I will link right here, you can see some of those recipes, and I also post them on our main movement blog. So that was the rest of the video, and I hope you guys liked it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!